Well, welcome everyone. So I didn't have a presenter today, and so I've got a unique way that we're going to do a posting party to make it super simple, but make sure that everyone participates. I've gotten some feedback from past posting parties that not everyone really participated. Like, somebody took the time to go and comment on everyone else's post, but then they got very few posts back for their own posts. So there's a real simple way to do that, and we can do it with a group this small utilizing AI.
Before we jump into that,
Yeah.
before we jump into that, why am I hearing double?
I'm hearing double two. So
Why am I hearing double?
I'm hearing double two. So
Moore's law. Moore's law. Moore's law.
Moore's law. Meaning we're getting more. We're getting more and more. We're getting more and more and more, right? We're getting more. We're getting more and more, right? I don't know.
Well, Marie is the one that entered the Zoom meeting for all of this. So Marie, are you having any tech problems?
well, now it's stopped.
Yeah, now it's stopped.
No, it may be when I talk.
No, it was
No,
happening to all of us, but it stopped.
Before we jump into the other one, I was going to say that I will offer to present next week if you don't have somebody there. Okay.
Great.
But what I'd like to do on that, what I'd like to do is I would like to have the opportunity for you, it doesn't matter you or me or whoever, to go out to all of the members of Mycity with something that says what it is that we're going to be talking about prior. Okay. Because I mean, guys, with where it's sitting right now, it's us, and there's no real point in doing it, to me.
Right.
So what I would love to do is to have something goes out, maybe from you, Breck, or Bob, or whoever, however you want to do it. But basically, and I think in mine's pretty easy. Mine's pretty easy. It's to show you or your clients how to reduce your taxes by 20 to 40%. That's my bottom line. That's the headline. Okay. Yep. For what I'm doing. I'm sorry, Patrick, I can't do a thing for you with Ireland, in Ireland.
Listen, I will get insights from you as I do from everybody else.
I'm sure you do.
Of information combined with what we know already, and we have a bigger picture.
Yeah. So, but I would love to do it. But again, I think it needs to be done with some kind of pre-information to everybody. Can you help me with that, Breck, or you want me to put?
So I have the list of people who are on the newsletter, but it's not anywhere near the number of contacts that we might be able to reach out to through Mycity. So what do you think about that, Bob?
Wait, say it again now. What do you want to do? Reach out through Mycity?
So I send out the weekly newsletter of who's going to present, but that only goes to the 150 some odd people. It might be worth it more to do a full email invite to everyone. Man, we're getting the feedback again.
Feedback again.
Not sure if that's me or not. So yeah, Breck, we need to collaborate, because I have, just for my meeting on Friday, tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. The last I looked, there were 111 people that registered for the meeting. So what we should be able to do, there's several clients here, okay? And we could reach out. Look, this is team building. Agreed?
Yep.
What we're doing is we're trying to build a team. So if we can start working more closely together, like my 8 a.m. meeting is, we have 111 people registered for the meeting tomorrow, just for the meeting tomorrow, which is, it'll be interesting to see how many people show.
Right.
And what we've been doing is that group has been meeting for 4 years. And so what we do is we will go into a lot of these people are Edge Up Net with Mycity clients, and we manage their LinkedIn and in some cases the Facebook as well. But look, if you're partnering, everybody familiar with BNI?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dr. Ivan Meisner, his psychologist, was my client like over 15 years ago. That's where I learned about the BNI model, giver's gain. And I started following that like it was a religion. You know, when you meet somebody, and then Breck, you mention it all the time. I can't remember who the famous speaker is that you like to mention all the time.
Zig Ziglar.
Zig Ziglar. Yep. Okay. So when you help enough people, I don't have it down exactly. If you help enough people
Get what they want.
Yep. So our objective is to refer business. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah.
You like that statement?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So what I do is I manage people's LinkedIn accounts, because first of all, who in the heck ever has enough time on their own? Right? Isn't that the problem?
Yeah.
So if we can create teamwork behind this group, then we can explode. But there's only 9 people that showed up today. So that's telling us something. And it's pretty eclectic group now. It's not just one, it's multiple things. You got WFG people, you know, Jeff Ward with his software that he uses. All these various tools, but you know what? My whole thing, synergy, is 1 and 1 equals 3. That's what true synergy is. And that's what will make a team gel and grow. Does that make sense? Anybody like that statement?
Yes. Yeah.
And then the other thing I talk about is who has time to do it yourself? Right? Wouldn't it be better to hire somebody inexpensively to manage your social media for you? And that's what I do.
Yeah.
I try to create an affordable package. I can tailor make it to this group. Breck, you get a special price. Cheryl, you get a special price. Don't know if there's anybody else on here that are clients. I don't see any others. But look, the key is if you can get other people to do the work for you, you're much better off than you doing it yourself. So I will make a special price for everybody in this group. I'm here to make this group gel. Okay? I don't have to make money on it. I have to be able to service it and make it work. That to me is more important than making money.
So to that point, then back to Richard's original question, is there a way to send an invite to through email to all the emails we have on Mycity? Like the list I have for this group is only going to be 150 people, but is there a way to invite a much larger number to come next week to hear Richard's presentation?
Do you want to have? Oh, okay, so here's a big question. You're really focusing on pharmacies, right?
That separate issue. totally separate
Okay,
project.
okay. Yeah, I don't send that stuff out as an email. I send it through social media. So any kind of invites that I do,
Right.
my team does, Marie does, and her staff, we do it through primarily LinkedIn, and we do Facebook as well. A little bit of
Mhm.
Instagram. Most of
Mhm.
it is focused on. When I started with LinkedIn, there was 350 million members on LinkedIn.
Mhm.
Now there's well over 900 million members on LinkedIn. Okay,
Yes.
so it's grown enormously.
Yep.
LinkedIn is where the money is. It's the way I've always looked at it. It's where, you know, where businesses connect, where people connect through businesses. And to be able to do that, you want to grow. And look, I got off the phone with a realtor client of mine this morning, and times are tough for the real estate market, right? And I'm trying to help him out. He's been a client for years. And I want to make sure that he's growing. The only way you can grow is by communicating.
Absolutely.
Boy, I got a real believer here. Was it Sheila? I can't
Yes.
read. Oh,
It's me. I use LinkedIn. I'm working with a coach for my business, and LinkedIn is where it's at.
what do you do?
That's where the business builders, that's where the businesses are, and that's where people are looking for to work. And that's where I'm basically focusing on my business. I represent a company that has all plant-based USDA certified organic products. It's an organic product superstore.
Who do you reach out to for new connections? Who is it? What vocation?
I am looking for people that are looking for an opportunity, people that are coaches, people that are that work in the gym. My brain is fried. I've got so much on my mind now. People that work at the gym, teachers, anybody that's looking for an additional stream of income is who I reach out to.
And you're probably reaching out to people who are health conscious.
Or what?
Who are health conscious.
Yes, very health conscious.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you don't necessarily have to be health conscious. You just have to want to be healthy.
Yes. But
Yes.
you have to be in the space first to
Yes.
kind of
Mm-hmm.
open your mind to.
Right.
Yeah.
And anybody that just wants to buy the products, that doesn't have to necessarily sell the products.
Yeah, exactly. And when we ask ourselves, why are younger people generally more healthy than older people? That's a big question,
Right. That's true.
But that's for another day. Yeah.
On the other hand, it's never too late.
Never too late, and Breck and I have, and Jeff, we've decided we're going to be the last people standing in the pension scheme.
I'm right there with you, and I'm probably older than all of you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd say that, Sheila.
What?
I'm 74. How old are you?
81.
Pardon me?
81.
Whoa, nice.
March, I will be 82.
March,
I will be 82.
March what?
You're a Pisces.
27.
Are
7?
you a Pisces?
27. I'm an Aries.
Mine's March 7th.
Oh, an Aries.
Okay.
So, hey, this is Peg. I just want to add then for both Bob and Sheila, please go out and comment on my LinkedIn post. I put the link in the chat because my post is about Mick Jagger at 80 going on tour.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's no reason why gray hair has to mean that you can't like kick ass. So anyway,
Absolutely.
would love your comments.
Or in their case,
Kick ass. I love it.
just being alive. You don't have
Well,
to be
I know.
alive. As long as you can get up on the stage.
I happen to know that Paul McCartney is a vegetarian, and I know.
Huh.
So, he's the same age. So,
Well,
and if they didn't take drugs, they're healthy. If they took drugs, that's another story.
yeah.
Well,
saying,
listen, you can eat a small bit of meat and thrive on it. I mean, I'm going to Texas next week for a convention, and these guys are telling me that they eat massive steaks in Texas and they love meat. And I'm I'm looking forward to seeing this in action,
Well, if you take a lot of digestive enzymes before you eat steak, you're probably going to be okay. In any event, I didn't mean to take up all the time.
No, it's all this, it's making the creative juices in the brain, right? Flow. So
I just posted for you, Peg.
I'm sorry.
I say I just posted on your
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm trying to look for it.
So Sheila, I put the link in the chat, and if you just click there, it should take you right to it.
takes you right to it.
Yeah, and I was trained by Brett, so I think.
So let me share my screen and I'll walk you through the process. Here we go.
So you don't want me to click on this now?
Yeah, you can, or you can follow along and see if you're on your home page for LinkedIn.
I'll get there.
To post your most recent up there, how you find it is just go to your own profile. So click on your picture or
LinkedIn.
your name. So it brings up your own profile. So you see your full profile there. You're going to scroll down to activity under posts. You're going to go to your most recent post. So I just posted this 18 minutes ago. I click on that post. The 3 dots are your friend. So we'll go over there to the far right hand side.
Wait. You lost me. I'm on my home page. Okay. Sorry about that.
Yep. Then scroll down. So again, from your home page, you're going to scroll down to posts. So let me go back one. All right. So you're going to, I went back too far. Okay. So you're going to go to your home page of your profile. So this is going to be your profile page.
Right.
When you scroll down, you're going to see your activities.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
And if whatever's highlighted, if you've commented on people's stuff, it's going to
yeah. I know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So make sure that you're on posts so that we find your most recent post.
Yes.
And then just click on that most recent post. And then come up here to the 3 dots. So this is your menu for everything you can do with this post. So click on those 3 dots and you're going to copy the link to the post.
Yes.
Then you're going to come back into the chat on our Zoom meeting here. And once you have the chat up, then you're going to paste that link right into there. So now everyone can see in the chat.
I need to get back to, so I need to go to your page then, right?
No, to your own page to post your most recent post.
Well, I have it here.
Okay. If you've got the link, then you just are going to go to chat on Zoom and you're going to paste it in there for all of us to have that link. And now it's a hot link. So now here I'm going to click on
chat
tags.
I should know how to chat here. I know how to do this and I can't find it. Where am I finding chat?
So at the bottom on your, where you can mute yourself and turn on and off your video.
You're talking about, you're talking about in our
Zoom. In Zoom.
Okay, okay, gotcha.
Go back to Zoom and post it there. So So I clicked on that link that Peg posted at the very top of the chat. You'll see that, and it's because it's in blue means that.
So you want me to go to chat? You want me to right click on it and post it?
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna post your link in there.
Okay, this is the last thing I posted.
Okay, there, we've got it. Now we've got a link. So look, I'm gonna click on it, and now it's gonna open your post. See, there's your post. So let me go back. Let me go back one to Peg's post, and what what I've been told, and I'm happy to hear any other philosophies on this, it gets more juice for the squeeze, if you will, if you comment first before liking a post. Okay, I'm going to show you something even like this is an easy one to respond to, but let's just look at a fun way of responding to this. I'm going to take this this post, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go out to a chat GPT. I happen to use this one that's on link now, and I'm gonna put write a brief and whoops, that spell right. Whoops. Would have been faster just to comment on your post, Peg.
Peg, so you want me to just highlight this, right click on it, highlight it, and then paste it into LinkedIn, correct?
Yep, you did that already.
No, I'm talking about Peg's.
No. Now you're gonna comment on. I'm just showing you how you can use AI to help you write thoughtful comments. So you can just comment on that post, then like it. But then look, here's something that's kind of interesting, because chat's going to put in extra little icons that are eye-catching, and they're going to add little emojis and different things like that. And you say, okay, that's great, but now let's say
God, you gotta love ChatGPT.
This is above me.
look at this. Now I'm going to have chat rewrite it and make it more fun. That session is over, so I'll just have to open a new session. So you can actually tell it to rewrite these comments for you, and yeah, I mean, so there's some really fun things that are gonna come up for you, like emojis and things that you haven't been using before, that are going to get more traction when you put that in. So instead of just doing my own comment, if I like this one, I can copy it. I can go back to Peg's post. I'm going to do something else too besides just paste it in there. I want to make sure that I'm also doing the @ sign, and I want to bring up and how come we're not connected, Peg? We are. I just got to click on the right one. There we go. So I want to make sure that I'm referencing the author. So right. Peg is the author, so I want to make sure that I reference her. And sometimes the comments are going to be, great post, and then I'll do @Peg Breen, and then leave the comments or whatever. So anyway, just a fun way to use AI to help respond to each post. Then once you post that comment, then I'll come back in and like or love it. Then once you post that comment, then I'll come back in or love it. Oh gosh. I'm not sure why we keep getting the feedback. Okay.
It's above my head. This is above my head.
No. So the main thing is that you got your post into the chat for us.
Okay.
So we can now all go to your post and write a meaningful comment. The other suggestions in commenting on posts are that it should be at least 12 to 15 words in length. Again, it's always good to reference the author, so
sure.
we'll do the @ symbol, and then then your name in this case. And again, you're supposed to get more traction if you make the comment first before liking it. So the easy thing is just to hit the thumbs up, right?
Right.
But if you write a meaningful comment, the other strategy that I've heard, and again, I'd love to hear anyone else's strategies on this, but I've also heard that it's good to ask the author a question. Then that gives the author the opportunity to go back in and address your question, answer the question, and then that keeps it recirculating the post as well. So it'll keep everyone that's now commented and liked will now get they'll get a notification that someone else has liked it or commented on it, and see that you've responded, and so it just keeps it refeeding it to through the feed. So yeah, other pros here that have
Also, I was told that you should always reply with a moving image first, like a moving GIF first, a moving image first, because that really catches people's eyes, and it's very beneficial.
Yeah, no, and I guess if yeah,
A moving GIF,
anything
a moving GIF.
has any movement to it, and that's why video is becoming so important to utilize. If you look at the post that I did today, I've incorporated a static image, but then embedded a video right into it.
Right.
Let me go back to it for the post itself anyway, not necessarily in the comment.
Right.
But for the post itself, I've embedded a video that plays, right along here, and trying to make it more entertaining and fun for people to look at the post. So I'm gonna refresh it real quick. And you can see up to the 31 impressions now. So but yeah, that's just a really fun and easy way to have have AI do some of your thinking for you, especially if you're doing commenting on a lot of posts.
Right.
And that is where probably when utilizing services like mycity.com, when they're doing a lot of outreach to connections that you're trying to make, so they'll do that for you. I've grown my connections by well over 3,000 people by having Marie and the team reach out to pharmacy partners and others that I want to be connected with. But you can if you're only doing invites, you're going to run into problems with LinkedIn. You've got to be just as active in creating content and commenting on other people's posts. And so what I just shared with you is an easy way to have AI help you write those comments. And then if it's not really in your, take the best things that you like and put it in your own words.
Right.
Or make it shorter, or make it more funny, or make it, you just tell the AI what the mood is that you want it to write, and it'll do it. And welcome, Alex. Alex is a pro at this. He probably has all kinds of tips to help us give meaningful feedback and meaningful comments on people's posts. What is your secrets? What do you do?
Meaningful comments, and I don't know, I'm not really the best at those either, to be honest. I try to add something for sure. Are you talking about specifically for LinkedIn or just in general, or?
Yeah, just in general. We're right now we're focused on LinkedIn because that's where the posting party is at today.
Gotcha. We have an echo going on too.
Yes,
Yeah,
very
it's
good.
been unfortunate, this whole meeting. It's come and gone.
Huh, interesting. That's weird. Yeah, I mean, the AI is a good thing to do. I would just say though, don't get too hung up on the comments and like, is this super thoughtful? I mean, there's people on LinkedIn who like rip into people. They're like, don't leave a just a general comment or like a great job or anything. Like, go ahead. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You know, I don't think it reflects bad on your business if you just say congrats on the new job or something like that. I'm of the opinion, and Breck has kind of experienced this because we used to, you know, talk about TikTok a lot. Really, your business is not suffering from the quality of the content. It's really the quantity of the content or the quantity of the comments. You know, like if you're spending 10 minutes on one comment, I think your time would be better spent leaving 10 comments that take you about a minute each, in my opinion. Everybody has a different opinion on it. I'm more of the quantity side, and like having your profile seen is much more important than not being seen, or like, you know, in my opinion, because I'm really about building that personal brand online. Build like with Breck. Breck has 100,000 people on TikTok. You know, and how did that happen? Quantity. He has posted a ton of video, so many. I mean, make you guys head spin how many videos Breck has posted, and that quantity is a really, really important element. And Breck too, by the quantity of it, you get better at it. So Breck has become so much better at his videos, and probably now it's like second nature. It doesn't require all that mental stress. And so even just leaving those comments and getting in the habit of leaving maybe comments that you're not necessarily proud of or you want to put up on your mantle, I think is a good exercise to create the habit and to create the skill.
Yep. Yeah, it's better to do something, right?
Yeah.
Than nothing. And even if it's not, and I was so worried about how, because there's so many professional content creators out there that have fades and multiple camera angles and all kinds of stuff that, you know that they've got thousands and thousands of dollars worth of production costs into that. And, you know, one of the best things that best advice that Alex says is, hey, be real. People like to know that you're real. And so publish the mistakes. And he's right. It was more important to get the content out there than it was to try to make it be all smooth and
we don't know what's good content. We don't know necessarily exactly, like Breck's thing that went off. Neither him or I could look back in hindsight and say that's the thing. You know, it's through testing, you know, like even in the market, right? You have a product, you think this is the best product, everyone's going to want this, and you go test it and nobody wants it. Right? So you got to test it in the market first. And I think a lot of people, they test it in their mind way too much. And they are, you know, the worst judgment you'll ever make is usually about yourself. You're too close to yourself to actually make a proper judgment about it. When I see Breck's videos, I'm like, these are great. And he's like, what do you mean? These are you sure? Like, should I do more editing? That's and another point that you picked up on there, Breck, too, was like, when you're looking at these people who are doing really well on these social media platforms, they have thousands of dollars of production behind them. We're solopreneurs, entrepreneurs. We got to make do with what we have, and just get out there and do our best and see what works and improve over time. Yeah, great points, Brett.
Yeah,
are we more organic then?
What does that mean?
It means we're more natural.
Yeah, for sure.
For me, definitely.
Natural, we're more attractive.
Yeah. Sometimes the patina, you could say, drives people away. I mean, it depends on what you're selling and what the offer is, but
too slick.
Too slick, yeah, too salesy.
Nice.
100%.
I see that a lot. That's to me, it's what I see. And I have agents that I work with, and I see them trying to come up with a specific phrase that'll make the moment. You know, Mighty Mouse is to come to save the day. If I say the right word, they're gonna jump in and they're gonna buy whatever it is I'm gonna try to sell. And that, to me, that is just so, having sat behind the desk being sold to for many years on that, you know, I mean, that's the last thing in the world I want is somebody who's, you know, coming in and rocking socking and showing me exactly how things, you know, should be and why this is so cool. It's just, you know, if you want an answer, the answer is no. You know, I mean, I need to understand it. I need to get down into what's value. What do I want to know? What do I want to hear? And what is it that you can show me? Don't try to sell me. Don't sell me. Tell me.
Yeah. Love that. And I always say, you know, we live in a post-trust society. people do not trust each other anymore.
Mhm.
There are
Amen.
no such thing as handshake deals. There's no, I mean, we live in a very litigious, very everyone has seen the internet scams and stuff out there. And so people want to know there's a real person at the end who's real and accountable and not, like that salesperson, so yeah, totally agree with that, Richard.
Yeah, I try to talk with people about not selling, consulting, advising, discussing, but not selling.
100%. Yeah, I've got to be better problem finders than problem solvers.
Listeners rather than talkers. Yeah, a lot of those.
There's another dimension to this, and it is not trying to convince anybody, but to indulge in clarification.
Love it. Love that. Great. You're absolutely right.
To enable greater understanding and education and understanding.
There's one of the old sales tools, much older than I am, that talks about the Socratic method, the Socratic method of teaching, the Socratic method of selling, if you will. But it always involves asking questions, understanding where they're coming from. And if it doesn't work to me, you say, you know what, I'm not sure if it works, let's, go on, move along.
Right. Next.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's not and you haven't really, in that situation, you haven't really failed in a sale when that circumstance, it's just, it doesn't fit. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. That's not a failure on anybody's part, but you understood where that potential client was coming from, and does what you have work for them at this moment. Really, and if you don't get that, you can't figure out how to fit your product into what they need, which is, to me, what a sale is all about.
There's another dimension to that, I think, and it is our patience. And do we want to keep in touch with these people just because they're not interested now, or they didn't turn up for meetings? And there's a phrase there called attribution error, where we focus on the character of the person, but not focusing at all or giving consideration to their circumstances. Maybe something happened and they, and then you could get back to them and say, look, the timing may be wrong here. We put a pin in it. Can we chat in 6 weeks time or something,
I was going to say too, if you
think about, meet them where they are.
Yeah,
I was going to say about
people. Sorry, Brett. Go, Alex.
I was just going to say the evolution of the sales process has changed a lot too. Used to be that the salesperson was literally the only person who had the information about the product. They were the only person who you could really explain it and all the features and all the benefits. Then the internet came around, and the salesperson is like emotional support in a way. I mean, they can go to the internet and fact check everything you're saying, or ask AI, right? So the salesperson has become less important over time, and they're not the only source of information anymore. So the first thing that people do after they get off a sales call with you is probably go to Google, probably go ask things, right? So that's another element of like the trust, is like they don't really trust the salesperson, they trust the internet. They trust that more, and you're there to be like the intermediary between them and the robot, because people still don't really trust a robot entirely, right? Especially if it's a big purchase, they want to talk to somebody.
Yep, absolutely. Well, let's quickly go around the horn, and everyone just take about 90 seconds, about a minute and a half, to introduce yourself and tell us who you are, what you do, and how we can best support you. So, Cheryl McBride, why don't you start? Go first.
Thank you, Breck. What if you could leave funds for a house or a car, for a child, grandchild, or for a cause? Buy a house for the kids and get them set up for life. It's easier than you think. Clients say their experience with me was heartfelt. They felt like they were my only client. Book a time with me and to look at options for you. And we are looking for individuals, families, small business, especially women. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Sheila, why don't you go next? You got to come off mute those there so we can all hear how profound you are.
I unmuted when everybody else was talking. Okay, Sheila Berkowitz. I am with the only USDA certified organic supplement, well, not really supplement company. We are basically a superstore. We have everything from toothpaste to health to supplements to cleaning products to facial products that actually get rid of the wrinkles. Everything is 100% plant-based, and the company is not new. It's 19 years old, and everything is money-back guarantee, and the products work. And you don't necessarily have to represent the company. You can just become a customer, and once you do, you'll be a customer for life. That's how good they are. Thank you.
Well, thank you. All right, Peg, you're up next.
Hi, I'm Peg Breen. I am an operations person for a small executive search firm. That's what I do. What I really want to do is help grow my son's business. He is a creative. He's a videographer and photographer for the Arizona Republic. You can find him on LinkedIn at Patrick Breen. He has a website, Patrick Breen Photography, I think it is. And all the insight I'm getting from this conversation, as well as what Bob and Breck have shared in terms of ChatGPT and LinkedIn, I'm trying to use that to help him with his LinkedIn, I guess the number of eyeballs that he has on his page. So if you have any suggestions for me for him, I intend, Bob, to give a free service for what you're doing for my son to grow his LinkedIn. So but I love this group is really interesting, very smart people. And Alex, I read you all the time just because you're cool. You're smart.
So I just posted in the chat there a link to Alex's meeting coming up at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Your son should be at that. That is where creatives need to be.
Huh. I'll share that with him. He's working like 60 hours a week right now. Just
that
so I'm not sure
I've learned more about content creation in that 1 hour meeting. It would be well worth his time to meet some of the, I mean, there's some heavy hitters that are a part of Alex Creator Network.
That's cool. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yep. And now that I've promoted Alex so much, why don't you go next, Alex?
Yeah, great segue here. Thanks. Yeah. I'm Alex. I'm a social media digital marketing strategist. I help people a lot with social media. I helped Breck get over 100,000 followers on TikTok, starting from 0. Breck said, "Tic-tac, what's that?"
Yep.
And we helped him get over 100,000 followers, millions and millions and millions of views. And how many people you got in your Facebook group now, Breck?
Like 3,500 people that have transferred over to that, and now I need to grow my YouTube. But yeah, every old bald guy should be on TikTok, right?
Yeah, that's right. So that's what we do. We help boomers get on TikTok. I'm joking. That's not what we do. We help people on social media and promote themselves on social media, specifically online events. So I have a couple of free, Breck, if you don't mind, Breck mentioned one of the events that I have, which is creator networking. That's where creators connect. But I have a lot of other free events throughout the week that do, we have a speed networking event on Mondays. We have a podcaster group. We have a digital marketing. We have a lot of different events. They're all free to attend. I always attend this one. Breck has a great meeting. I'm happy I could come today. But yeah, there's other free meetings. I know you guys probably go to a lot of them, online business networking style stuff. So I host my own, and yeah, appreciate it, Breck. Thank you.
Yeah, your speed networking on Monday, you had hundreds. How many people did you have there?
Yeah, we had an event on August 22nd. We had 150 people there. I just put the link in there for the speed networking on Mondays. That this week we had over 50, and it's 30 minutes. It's super quick, guys. It's not a call to build relationships. It's not. It's a call to get leads and be on your way and start your week with a whole bunch of leads. That's the point of the call. It's not to people like, I couldn't tell people about my wedding. I'm like, not this call. It's speed networking. So very quick, but it's a good call to kind of, get a lot of connections very, very, very fast.
All right. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
hey, Jeff Ward, why don't you go next? And what would you do with another 50 leads?
I become an old bald guy. Like bald guys. What's this, Patrick? What's he talking about? Old bald guys. Anyway, I don't know.
Look at, he has one advantage. He doesn't need to remember a comb when he goes on holidays.
That's right.
Exactly. He just needs a little water on the head and he's done. But appreciate Breck. This group, I always love this group. I mean, who's smarter than Bob Friedenthal with LinkedIn? And Breck Rice's experience in the medical industry and pharmaceutical, the pharmaceutical industry. I mean, it's just the best. And Alex said, I mean, these people are geniuses. Richard Toro, what a smart guy this guy is. And people are just, they're smart. I love everybody in the group. And Cheryl McBride, love you all. What we're doing is transforming healthcare. We're fixing the broken healthcare system. If you think it's perfect, then you don't need me. But if you think the healthcare system's broken, then we should have a conversation because we can help you fix it. We're the only company really that can do it. I know. So when people say that, a lot of times they have trouble believing it, but we're really the only company that can do it. And we're exploding because we just found out, Breck, recently, just about 4 days ago, how we can help companies of unlimited size. And before then, it was really 49 and under because of all the state regulations and laws and federal laws. But we just figured out a way to do it. And we have a team that's doing it. So I'm working with companies, 15,000, 2,000, 5,000, doesn't make any difference. And the bottom line is we give people better healthcare than they've ever dreamed possible, comprehensive, open network, even work with migrants in the US, can you believe it? And any age, you can tell I'm kind of an older guy, not a spring chicken. And so we work literally with anybody. And if you're just tired of the healthcare scam, and we know Breck agrees with me, I mean, it's such a scam, it's so horrible, then reach out, we can help you fix it. And if you're an employer or business, or you know people that have lots of employees, we can help them save literally millions of dollars and give their employees better healthcare. That's it. Talk too much. Let you go.
No, that's great. No, great to hear that you can help larger organizations now, and that was kind of a drawback. We're right over that. We combine the two entities. We're closer to 100 employees, so that we'll have to revisit this again.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
All right. Richard, why don't you go next? Just in time for the echo to come back.
Just in time for the echo. I get to hear myself. I get to hear myself speak. Love it. Got to figure out how to use the echo so that it comes in. Haven't figured it out. Anyway, my company does is we give money to businesses. What my company does is we give money to businesses. There we go. There we go. What we do is we identify the government credits and incentives. We identify the government credits and incentives that businesses don't know exist. Oh, it's not now. Now you're not going to echo on me. Come on. Oh, it's not now. Now you're not going to echo on me. Come on. There you go. There you go. We help small to mid-sized businesses be able to reduce their costs. Small-to-mid-sized businesses be able to reduce.
Let's try this real quick because we only have a few minutes, and this is really hard. Because we only have a few minutes, and this is really hard. If everyone will go on mute, and then Richard unmute. If everyone will go on mute, and then Richard unmute.
Do that twice. Does it still work? Twice. Yeah, it's gonna echo. Does it still work? Nah, it's gonna echo. It's gonna echo. It's gonna echo. It's got the echo. It's gonna echo. I think that's a little bit. It's got the echo. I'm gonna give up as far as I'm concerned. Whoever won. I think that's a little bit. I'm gonna give up as far as I'm concerned. Whoever won.
Strangest thing, we probably should have just all reconnected. Strangest thing, we probably should have just all reconnected at the beginning. Patrick, do you have any desire to talk through the echo? Patrick, do you have any desire to talk through the echo?
Hello. There may not be an echo coming from the west of Ireland. There may not be an echo coming from the west of Ireland. Look, I had a wonderful conversation I had a wonderful conversation with Jeffrey, who explained the American health system to me, because I was in a position to compare and contrast. The American health system to me, because I was in a position to compare and contrast. But look, I just cut everything short. Is your body just cut everything short? Enough healing instructions to enable you to follow the rules of health? Healing instructions to enable you to follow the rules of health. My details are in the chat.
Probably the safest
My
thing.
details are in the chat.
Probably the safest thing. So
It's coming. All the satellites, satellites years ago had delays. It's coming. All the satellites, satellites years ago had delays.
well, sorry everyone for that. I would give Bob the last word, but it would take 14 minutes to get it.
Bob the last word,
But it would take 14 minutes to get it.
Breck, let me know if you want me to speak next week, but
Well,
I'd like to have something.
let
go
me
out
know
if you want me to speak next week, but I'd like to have something go out for it.
Yeah, I'll for sure be able to put out the 150, but let me get with Bob.
For sure be able to put out the 150, but let me get with Bob.
Have a great
Thanks,
week,
everyone.
y'all.
Have a
That's
great
a must.
week.
That's a
Hey,
must.
Jeff, you and I need to
Thanks,
chat.
everyone. Have a great week.
You and I need to talk, Jeff.